Hey guys, it's Reed here, and today I'm going to show you how to have Xcode compile and run your Java programs without having to go through Terminal. I've already have a tutorial on how to use Terminal, which is really easy, and I usually use Terminal when I'm running Java programs on Xcode, just because it's easier and Terminal has a lot more flexibility to do things quickly and efficiently. But there are certain cases where you're going to want to have Xcode help you out and execute the Java programs for you. So in those cases, I can show you how to make Xcode link up with the Java compilers and builders and make it work by just clicking the play button. So first you need to make sure you have Xcode installed. I'm just going to assume you have it. Doesn't matter what version, you just have to have one. Create a new Xcode project if you have the splash screen, or just hit Command-Shift-N to go to this window. You're going to select an external build system for your project because we're going to use the Java build system. You can give it a product name. I'm just going to say test Java builder or something like that. All these things don't really matter. Your build tool needs to be set to usr/bin/javac. You can change this later, but it makes it easy if you just set it now. Go to next, find a location, I'll stick it on the desktop, and you're going to have this. You're going to have one target and no files in the program. Then you're going to see here you have a build tool, usr/bin/javac. This is what's going to compile it, and this is going to be the command that's passed to the compiler. So we're going to need to expand this to include the $target name.java. So what we're going to be using to link up all of our projects and all of the actual Java programs and tell the compiler what the names are is we're going to be using these targets. So I'm going to call this going to be like test program or something like that. That's what's going to be the file name you create. You have to make sure your targets match up with the file names. So go create a new file to get this one, and you're going to select other, empty, and then we're going to do test prog.java. Make sure you include the .java extension, otherwise it will not have the Java symbol and it won't be a Java file. So now you're going to have this blank file. If you have code snippets, you can put them in there and those things will work. I might do a different tutorial on how to use all these code snippets. These are actually, this is an old one I have, but we'll just do system. Okay, so now you see I have a hello world program, and that's going to just print out something when I run it. Now if I hit play, it's probably going to just crash or not build or just probably not even run. Let's see what happens. Yeah, build succeeded, so it did build a file, and you can see there is this test project class, but nothing ran. You have no output window that popped up, there was no code there, it didn't do anything. So that's going to be obviously a little bit disheartening because nothing happened. So what you could immediately do now is actually just go into terminal and run it and just do the Java command and run it. That is a valid way to run the program. So I do Java test pro. It's going to say hello world. What do you know? It worked perfectly. That's what you'd expect. But you want that to happen where that hello world is down here in the output window. So to get that to work, you're going to want to go link up a schema. So we're going to go to product scheme, edit scheme, and we're going to do run. So we're going to go over here to info. You don't have an executable. That's when nothing ran. Nothing was executed, and that's what you saw. So we're going to do Command-Shift-G to open up this little search window, usr/bin/java. That's going to go navigate to the folder for you. You click Java right there, and you have it. So now Java's set there. You can use this debugger. Usually I just do none. If I want to use a debugger, I'll use the Java command line debugger. But if you want to link this up, that's also possible. It's not going to be exactly what you're expecting, but it will let you do certain debugging things that you're used to, like breakpoints and stuff. Arguments to be passed on launch. Now this is where you need to make sure you know what you're typing in. So first we're going to be typing in the target name. So $target name in the parentheses, that's the variable. So in the execution you saw in terminal, I did like Java followed by test prog. This is what's going to be the thing that's passed in. So if you want to add additional arguments here, you can either do them on a new line or just add them here, and this will be like the arguments like arg1, arg2. These will be passed actually into that arguments array in your main method. So you don't need them, it doesn't hurt to have them. I'll just clean it out so you know exactly what you need for now. So next, environment variables. You need to set the class path. So class path is set here, and the location is going to be your project directory. So we're going to do $project_dir, like that. Last thing, we're going to expand variables based on the test prog target. And then we're going to go over here. Now if you need a working directory, you can set this to be your custom working directory and just navigate to whatever the directory is. Right now I stuck on my desktop. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Okay. Choose. Now that means if I put other files inside of there, that's where it's going to pull them from. That's where it's going to execute and do all its things. So if you write files, that's where it's going to write them to. If you're doing like contest programming, you have like a DAT file, you have to set the working directory so it knows where to find those files. Otherwise, you could put an absolute path, but it's not gonna, then that won't work for other computers. So that's all you need to actually set it up and run it. And then you're gonna see up here, you have a little executable box there that changed from the target to the executable. So now if I go in here, I'm gonna select my one. If you have multiple, you just select it up here. Doesn't matter what you choose there, and hit play. It's going to pop up hello world right there, and you have your program that's running in Java on the play button. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, post a comment, and I'll do my best to help you out. This has been a tutorial about how to link Java in Xcode.